What is going on YouTube? Hannah back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we are going to be looking at XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, as well as the S&P 500. Specifically, today's video, we have to talk about what we've been looking at the past couple of days, which was tracking potentially what we figured would be a correction, a bearish reversal. If you haven't been paying attention to my videos, you can clearly see right here that most of the videos were in reference to potentially correcting down in price. Let me just pause this, but you guys can see basically talking about how we just dropped, and then the truth about buying into XRP, waiting for a hidden key signal for buying into short. We were then talking about, I mean, we could continue this freaking thing day after day. You can see here, I predict a dump followed by a massive breakout. Pretty much day after day after day, we've been talking about the possibilities of seeing prices, correct a little bit lower. Once again, XRP Ripple's about to pop, take action immediately. I see a dump followed by a mega breakout. So we've been looking at basically the XRP charts in a lot of these cryptocurrencies where the prices were getting so close. And if you've been paying attention to my previous videos, we have been getting so close right now to this major resistance up top here that there was a very good chance we would reject from it and start to correct lower. And on XRP specifically, we have a beautiful weekly chart that we have developed, and that was basically hitting a major resistance. We closed below that on the weekly, which was a major signal that prices are going to start to dip back down and correct back lower. And today it pretty much has started to do exactly that. It's not just with XRP. All the cryptocurrencies we've been a little hesitant to buy into. XRP was the only one that we really took advantage of and bought into. We've talked about how Ethereum is definitely more on the aggressive side right now, and it just doesn't make sense to buy into Ethereum when we're so overbought, when you can buy into it when we're so oversold. And that's exactly what happened. As you guys can see, we had a top 2 days ago. We had an immediate reversal doji candle form here, and prices are starting to dip lower. And honestly, I don't think it's a bad time to buy in for expecting markets to dip lower, but I'm going to talk a little bit more about that. Otherwise, Bitcoin too has corrected back downwards. You can see we've been drawing a falling wedge pattern or a symmetrical triangle on Bitcoin for quite some time now, since I'd say end of March here. And we've been forming this falling wedge fractal here. Just a couple of days ago, we managed to break through it, which was quite surprising. We talked about this resistance. We said it would be definitely more an aggressive side to be buying in, anticipating this to run. I personally didn't buy in. I told you guys I didn't buy in. And just immediately after that, here we are today, where prices have gone back inside the falling wedge and pulled all the way down to its 4-hour moving averages, now retesting oversold, which is quite interesting. So a lot of information we have to talk about within these cryptos, as well as the S&P 500. But with that being said, guys, we are still doing our free crypto coin display giveaway. As you can see, I have one of these bad boys in all of my cryptocurrency videos. All you have to do to get one of these completely free is just comment your favorite cryptocurrency down below. Let's say XRP, Bitcoin, Cardano, Algorand, Ethereum, Litecoin, whatever it is. Comment it down below so I know that that's what you're interested in, as well as comment subscribed. If you don't comment the word subscribed and you're not literally subscribed to the channel, I will not be giving you the giveaway when I do check on Sunday, and we do the drawing on Sunday. So stay tuned for that. Otherwise, today's video is brought to us by Apollo Inno, which is actually super cool. When I hear Inu, like Shiba Inu, I get a little curious because they're meme coins. But what's surprising is Apollo Inno is not that at all. Apollo Inno actually has tons of utility behind it, which is pretty incredible. And they are a very, very, very well-developed website, which is also very cool to notice too. It means they're taking some time and they're really developing they're putting their investments back into their website to really build their community, which is great to see. But as you guys can see, Apollo Inno is crypto funding for artists, creators, poets, musicians, and basically they're a community-run DAO and token to support and fund creative people to achieve their goals, which is actually really, 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 really cool. I really like the platform and the idea here. And creators win money every week. Depending on what you do, you can spend it on rent, you can spend it on your business. Highly recommend you guys check this out if you're anything of the sort or any sort of entrepreneurial status. Definitely stick around and check it out. I've also linked them in the description of today's video, but we are going to talk about them at the end of today's episode, so stay tuned for that. But otherwise, definitely make sure to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and let's dive into today's today's episode. I know, guys, today's video is running a little bit longer from when we normally dive into the TA, but give me just like 20 seconds super quickly. I'm trying to figure out where to put this microphone because I hate the fact that this is still in the video, so I will be figuring that out, still playing around, but this is pretty much the official setup for the Florida location, which is super cool. I am getting a new camera lens, which is going to really make the videos pop, and that's super cool. And I'm also building another studio, so it's going to be two different scenes, which is also super cool. So stay tuned for that. That'll be more. You'll see that more as we move forward in the next couple of weeks here. But otherwise, diving into the technical analysis, you can see top 10 cryptocurrencies markets are clearly down, falling 5.49%. Bitcoin's down 4.6, Ethereum down 6.4, Solana, Terra, XRP, everything is down like 6 to 10%, which is pretty incredible. Now, honestly, I'd like to think that the reason this is actually forming is due to the S&P. You know, yesterday we were closing, we opened yesterday the S&P higher than where we started from, and I was like, hey, you know, maybe we're going to continue to head up, and these cryptocurrencies are going to, head up too. Nope. We actually closed yesterday on the S&P lower than where we started from, which honestly, in my books, that means we're probably going to continue to pull lower, probably down to 4,400 points, which is totally fine. We just had a major run, and I'm also starting to notice the possibilities of maybe some sort of descending triangle forming on the S&P 500. I'm starting to notice a downtrend here. Obviously, there's only 2 points of contact, so this is not secure at all because it's even on the hourly too, but it's something to pay attention to. There might be some sort of lower high formation here on the S&P, which could pull us down, and that ultimately is going to influence, which I'm starting to see. The S&P is definitely correlated with cryptocurrency, that cryptos are also going to be starting to pull down with it as well. You can see with XRP, the big thing that we were talking about here, and I'm excited to see that markets are starting to dip because this is what we were talking about. We made a beautiful buy-in opportunity trade on XRP here. We took the risk, we took the chance, we weighed all of our pros and cons, and we bought into XRP to short it on Bityard, and I'll talk a little bit about that in a second here. But what we did was we went to Bityard, or I'll show you guys in a second. We went to the XRP chart, and as you guys can see, there's a beautiful symmetrical triangle or descending triangle forming here. We clearly drew a downtrend like this. We had a horizontal support like this. As you can see, I'm going to move it down a little bit lower, just like this, where you can see resistance, resistance, support, and support. And then we drew this downtrend. So we have a clear descending triangle that was forming on XRP, or is forming on XRP. We talked about how on numerous occasions when the price comes back up to battle this resistance, it typically breaks bearish, has a problem breaking through it. We wick above it, typically wicks above, but we close the weekly candle below it, which is why the weekly is such a major, beneficial factor to pay attention to when we buy into certain cryptocurrencies. It's always good to look at that too. And we saw the weekly candle wick us up, retest it. We didn't close above. We wicked all the way back down below, and we closed below, which was key to me to buy in and short XRP with expectations of it pulling either down to like 69 cents or 59 cents. Pretty big drops here. And what I did was I literally went to market order, typed in the amount of leverage, typed in the margin amount, and then click sell short and created a stop loss right about at the top 92 cents in case we did decide to reverse back up here. Obviously, I took advantage of this on Bityard, the #1 cryptocurrency leveraging website that I love to use, and highly, highly, highly recommend that you guys check this out. Set it up. It's completely free to set up just so you can follow along. If you don't feel comfortable trading around with real cryptocurrency, which is super cool, but you're into it, you just kind of want to dip your toe into the water, they offer a demo account, which literally keeps the website the same. It gets you familiar with the website, and this is how I started to trade originally, was using the demo account, free Monopoly money, tested my skills. When I felt comfortable, that's when I started to do real cryptocurrency trading here. Obviously, I did this on other platforms prior, but when I was using Bityard, that's how I got familiar with the website to begin. And also, if you sign up with the link in the description down below, click mystery box right here, and you can see under it in that tab, get free cryptocurrency as well as daily mine. You can earn 2 rewards almost every day, which is super cool. So check that out as well. Now, moving forward with XRP, you can clearly see the massive resistance that's forming here. Now, it's slightly different. There's a slight variance between the Bityard XRP chart and the Bitfinex TradingView XRP chart. You can clearly see the downtrend here though, and it's very similar. 92 cents seems to be the resistance. That's where we put the stop loss at, which is a little bit higher higher and where it should be with this downtrend here. And because the weekly wicked us above, but wicked and closed below our major resistance moving average, this moving average on the weekly is a massive resistance, and this downtrend is a massive resistance. We put in for a short position because we expected the past 1, 2, 3 times we were retesting this resistance. We did not close above. We literally wicked below, and then it immediately was followed by a dump. So we put in that short on Sunday night. Some people put it in on Monday morning, which is totally fine. But we expect the price, and we still expect the price, I don't think it's too late, to continue to correct down to about 72 cents, actually. This is where I think the first support is, and then maybe all the way down to 59 cents is the second support rock bottom here. But we expected, and we are still expecting, a short. And you can see on the daily here, we are continuing to dip lower. There's a very big chance very soon we might actually break through this bottom support here at 80 cents. And with Ethereum, we expected to see a dip. We were on the fence. I just did not feel comfortable to buy in. I didn't let FOMO take over, and I waited, and here we are starting to short. So I'm very, very, very blessed that I did not buy in. I expected it not to, and here we are with the dip. We are extremely overbought. Even though there's bullish crosses, everything showed signs of needing reversals, and that's exactly what's happening. Ethereum is starting to finally see that top, and it's starting to plateau and correct back downwards. So I still think we're going to pull back down. I think 3K is about the bottom, so it's up to you. I'm not personally buying into Ethereum, but if you want to be a more moderate to aggressive trader, good chance we are still going to be pulling down lower. I have a big trade in on XRP. I have a big trade on XRP, and I don't want to mess around with other cryptocurrencies right now. Sorry, excuse me. But on Bitcoin here, this is the 4-hour charts. You can see we pulled right back down to 44.8. We dipped lower. We fell right back inside the falling wedge, which is pretty incredible. We're now caught up with the uptrend and the downtrend here. I think I need to pull ourselves out. Look at the daily here. This is a support, guys. 40, like where we're at right now, 44.7, 44.8. That's a major support for Bitcoin. You can see on numerous occasions, we typically tend to hit this. You can see, I'm going to draw it for you guys, but we typically tend to hit it and stay above, stay afloat consistently. Or it's acted as a resistance where I've had problems breaking through it. And then you can see here it's acted as a major resistance where we've consistently tried to break through it again. So here we are using this as a support. So I would, honestly say, and now that we're starting to see, and this is pretty incredible too, we're having a bearish flip on the MACD here, which is insane. This bearish flip, this bearish cross on the MACD is a sign that we're going to continue to head lower. Even though we had a bullish cross on the relative strength indicator on the daily, there are signs of short-term correction. So if we close the daily below here and we start playing around, honestly, I might just mess around a little bit and put in a short position. If we close, let's say, closer to 44K, I'll put in a short. We'll probably get caught up at this moving average here, but there's a chance we can go even lower at 41K. So on the fence about Bitcoin, but I should be buying in hopefully soon, the next day or two, if not by tonight. We'll see how this candle closes. But we do have a big position opened on XRP, so I'm excited to start to see that it looks clearly like we're breaking down below this uptrend. This uptrend was holding us up. We finally broke down below it. We literally are trading below here, so I do expect to see that dip actually happen. Otherwise, guys, that's pretty much going to wrap up today's video. I do want to talk more about Apollo Inu with you, though. I want to give a huge shout out to Apollo for supporting today's episode. As with all cryptocurrency projects, please do your own research and never invest anything you can't afford to lose. So, guys, Apollo is a project with the mission to give away money to creators to fund their passions and projects. Now, whether you enjoy painting, poetry, or even pixel pushing, they aim to create an ecosystem where creatives can share their ideas and have a community provide constructive feedback and even support. Now, they always realize that support sometimes means funding to get your project off the ground, and each week, creators and artists will be nominated for the Creators Contest. Now, the community then votes on which creator will win the prize fund for that contest, aka free money. Now, anyone who owns Apollo can vote, and the prize fund is pretty big. So what's the catch? Where does the money come from, and what is expected to qualify as a creator? So guys, here's what you need to know. Now, the Apollo project is owned and operated as a DAO, a decentralized autonomous organization, and that means that every person that owns Apollo tokens has voting rights and a stake in how Apollo operates and gives away funds. Now, creators of all types are welcome to enter the creator contest, and creators can be full-time, part-time, or whatever time, as long as they are practicing their craft and pursuing what they love. Now, creators that win the contest are given funding in the form form of Apollo tokens and a lot of Apollo tokens. Now, you can use the funding in any way you see fit, whether that is to start your new project or buy new equipment or even pay the rent. Apollo expects nothing in return. But what if you don't have a creative bone in your body? Not to worry, there is still a place for you. Now, that's where Apollo's community comes in, and basically if you have Apollo tokens, you get to participate in DAO governance and vote on contests. Now, there are also huge benefits to just holding Apollo tokens beyond just voting and giving money to other people. Now, the token behind the Apollo project is Apollo Inu, also known as APOLLO, and it is basically an Ethereum ERC20 token running, of course, on the Ethereum blockchain. Now, what makes Apollo different than other tokens is the tokenomics. Now, if you want the deep dive, definitely check out the Apollo website and white paper, which I did list in the description down below. But here's the gist for the most part. On every buy and sell of Apollo tokens, three things happen. The first is 3% of the transaction is reflected back to all Apollo token holders, and that basically means you actually gain more tokens simply by just owning Apollo. Now, the second is 2% of the transaction is actually burned, and that means that the tokens are permanently removed from the circulating supply, making Apollo a deflationary token. And the third is that 1% of the transaction goes to the Creator Prize Fund wallet. Now, that fund wallet is how winning creators are paid out after each contest. And in general, you need to be cautious getting involved in new token projects because there are so many scammers out there. But Apollo is different, and the team behind Apollo has been doxxed, personally passed an anti-fraud investigation, and had the code audited and given a 100% security rating. Now, the founders, Matt Johnson and Zach McClary, have years of experience in the technology industry, producing work and delivering for big-name brands. And lastly, guys, the token has been listed on several popular centralized exchanges, as well as on Uniswap for DeFi trading and liquidity providing. Otherwise, guys, for more information about Apollo and how you can support the creative community, definitely make sure to check out the links in the description of today's video. Otherwise, once again, shout out to Apollo for supporting today's episode. As always, make sure to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.